Hey everybody, hey everybody, it's Kelly. Today is day number 21 and I'm going to be using the back of this 4x6 and 2 3x4 sleeves. And remember I told you I was going to have just a ton to do today, and I did. So I have 6 3x4 photos. So I am actually just going to put them down in the order that they happened today. And you know, just one way to get that done. Now, do you guys remember the Almost Christmas card? Fortunately, unfortunately, today would be an awesome day to use this card. However, I have a lot of journaling I kind of want to do about this day, and I'll talk a little bit about what all these pictures are as I'm working with this. So this Almost Christmas card isn't really going to work for me today. But I've come up with a way to use this, and I'll show you what I'm going to do before the end of the day today. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm gluing the proper photo. And this one has just a little bit of red at the top of it. So I think what I'm going to do, that little stripe, so I'm just going to make sure that it's evenly revealed at the top and the bottom there. I think as you go along in this process, you don't care quite as much. I know, it's awful, but it's probably true. Okay, then I'm going to take all of these out of the sleeves just so that I know I'm getting spacing right and all that kind of stuff as I'm working with these. So there's these. The nice part about this is that they're, you know, I could put these in the sleeves just as they are right now, and they speak to what happened. So I might do that, maybe add a date on one of these. I don't know. We're going to see as I go. And then I've got this back here. Just kind of looking to see. I might actually do kind of the same thing here, or actually maybe not. This is the one that was so thin, so the actual nice part about this being backed with a photo now is that it won't be quite as thin. It'll be easier to get in and out of the sleeve. Not that I'm going to be taking it in and out of the sleeve, but I don't have to worry about it quite as much. Okay, so there's that. Now, when I did all this today, I thought about, I knew I still had that one 4x6 'Tis the Season card in here. I'm going to grab these. I have some labels over here. I don't know if you can see those, but I have labels here, so that might be sort of an interesting thing to do. But I remember this 'Tis the Season card, and today was such a busy day. I thought it would be cool to just kind of, you know, talk a little bit about what a crazy day it was. And I can, if I want, maybe just use the back of this card. And what I might do, I'm going to probably trim just a little bit off this side here so that I can use this as a border all around. And I've got a layout to do for the design team I'm on today as well too. So not that I want to shortchange you guys. I think this is going to be long enough as it is. But I think I'm going to try to be a little bit more simple today. And I think as we get deeper and deeper into the season, that's really important to make this work. Every year, I finish my book pretty much on January 1st. This year, I might not do that just because I've got something I'm going to do on January 1st for at least part of the day. And so, you know, we'll see. Normally I've taken whatever picture it is, so I will have pictures from January 1st I definitely want to use. But anyway, as we get deeper and deeper into the season, I think it's wise to do something simpler, more and more simple as you go in, because then you finish your book on time versus letting it sit all year until right before December, and then you're reminded that you haven't done your December daily from the year before. So that's just my own personal thing. So I was thinking perhaps about using all these little labels as maybe putting little blurbs about what each of them are. But the more I think about that, the less I like that idea, because I think it would be too much. It's already really busy in here. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just somehow use embellishments to, you know, do a little bit of decoration, but not get too crazy. So first of all, I have these cute little Elle Studio gingerbread men. I'm not making gingerbread here, but it is sugar cookie baking time. So I think I'll put one of those guys on there, which now means I probably want wood veneer somewhere else. So I'm going to grab the wood veneer that I have to kind of look at what I might want to get on there. And sorry if you hear all that rustling, but that is life, isn't it? You can only shield so much when we're real time here, right? So, I made the sugar cookie dough. I make sugar cookies every year. I'm the sugar cookie baker in my family. The one thing about that is, though, is that it really bothers my back to do that, which is funny because I stand on my feet to work all day, but standing in one place like that really, really bothers me. So I don't do it in one day anymore. I usually make the dough one day and then cut them the following day, cut and bake them, and then decorate them the last day. And since my nephew and his wife are coming over on Saturday to see my mom and I, because my mom is home for Christmas right now, they're going to help us. So I'm thinking, so that's what will go on this. And you know what? I'm just going to put it down. If I want to add an enamel dot or something later on, I can do that. And since I think this is it, I'm actually going to pop it in the pocket because I think I want to put these on the outside again. Just because there's so much here. Now tomorrow as well, I'm going to probably have a ton, but that's okay. So this one is a little snowman guy, and the first photo is about me going out today on the very first day of winter and running a 5K. I'm actually running in the light, which a lot of work days I have to run in the dark. So that was a pleasure, and it was actually 27 degrees out, so that was really nice. And then I also had the opportunity to test out my new balaclava, which is basically you can use it as a neck warmer, or it flips over your head so that you can use it as a hood as well too. Okay, so there's some wood veneer. I also think I might want to use some of these stars here. I have all these acrylic stars that I haven't really used much of. They do make the book really big. So that's one thing I'm cautious of. And then also, I'm looking at this. I have this present here, and this Chex Mix is part of a present for my family. So I think that would be nice to go in there. I wish it was a little bit darker, but that's okay. Maybe that's not the worst thing, that you don't see that all that well. So, and I'm just going to use my ATG across the back of this. Usually it's pretty good unless you get a lump in it like I did with that one there. And once I took that lump out, it works pretty well. And I think you'll see that because it stands off here. Okay, so we have that. It would be nice if I had some sort of enamel something over here, and I'm thinking these are pretty thick, by the way. So if you're doing this project, you might want to kind of watch what you're putting in your book. Okay, and I need to get day 21 on here, but maybe I'll do that just on here today. Here's a little wood veneer, and it says "'Twas the night before Christmas." I'm wondering, I might actually change that and take my marker or something and say "'Twas the week before Christmas," because I think that's really kind of cool. And this one I think I'll put on the photo. Because, you know, it is the week before Christmas and things are crazy for lots of us. I'm enjoying it. I don't get crazy about it. I really, really like it. The hustle and bustle and the anticipation of Christmas. But, you know, for some people that's hard. Okay, so now that's funny. I really like it. So this second photo is a photo of the dentist, and that's important because I was at the dentist today. I actually had 4 cavities refilled. For those of you youngins, you may not know this, but as you age, your fillings also age with your teeth, and lots of us have to have them refilled. So, you know, I have cavities that are probably, or fillings that are probably 40 years old. So, and I had a tooth crack not that long ago, so my dentist really wanted to make sure we got that done, and it's the end of the year, and I've met my deductible. So, 4 fillings we did in one day. And I actually feel pretty good. I didn't earlier this afternoon, and I certainly would not have been able to talk to you, but it's fine now. Okay, so we have some acrylics. Like I said, I think I'll do the number on the sheet on this here. And you know what I'm going to do? Remember when I wanted to use this set of sassafras letters the other day and I couldn't because I didn't have the right numbers? I think I'll do that, use these today, because I do have a 2 and I have a 1. And I like getting a little bit of red in here. And if I feel so inclined, I could add a piece here as well. I'm just going to pop this in here. Okay, so I like that. Now, the next photo is of me grocery shopping, and I'm hosting Christmas this year, so I bought a whole bunch of stuff for Christmas. Now, the only thing I don't like is if I put that there, then I've got 2 wood pieces here versus somewhere else, or, you know, versus a like acrylic piece. And then I think I'm just going to use the green star here. Like, it's like a gold star for me because I hard boiled some eggs. I like to use those for snacks. One of my favorite snacks is nuts, but with those brand new fillings, I'm not going to be chewing on nuts for at least until tomorrow, and probably I'll wait a couple of days. I want to make sure that they're hardened and all of that good stuff before I start doing something like that. So we'll just take up that little extra space there. We have the 21 on it. We've got that there. And now I just need to decide, do I want that wood there? Oh, and I was thinking about moving the wood over here when I did that. And I think this would be cute to put this little star right here. I'm going to not glue that down though, because what's going to happen is I'll have to pull this out and journal, and more than once I've journaled over where I should because I didn't have the embellishment on it. Okay, so I'm going to take that off there. Oh, look at this. I have 2 of these, so I could just add them in there. Goodness knows, I have plenty of embellishments, so they won't go to waste. And I have all these snowflakes down here. It is barely snowed. The weathermen were pretending like we were going to get a lot of snow tonight and tomorrow, and that the weather was going to be awful and dangerous, and anything that's happening, if it is going north. So we will most likely not have a white Christmas in my neck of the woods. We are going to have a very cold Christmas, however. I have a goal to run on either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. It'll probably take place on Christmas Day because Christmas Eve, the church I go to does our services for Christmas on Christmas Eve so that the pastors can spend the Christmas Day with their families. So I will probably be doing that. I know I'm going to be doing that on Christmas morning. So, or Christmas Eve morning. The question is here, do I like that up there, or is that, yeah, I like that because that's kind of boring. Okay, so we did that. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm not going to use that green star there because that kind of blends in a little bit with the bags, although that blends in with the, yeah, we'll do the red, but I could do a big red star. Do I want to do, nah, I think I'm going to stick with the small red star here. I did have an open green star, I guess I could have done, but we'll just do this like this. Okay, and I put it right on the photo. So what I'm going to have to do is get my undo adhesive remover out and take that adhesive off of there. Or it'll stick in there, which I guess that's not the worst thing. Might be a pain tomorrow when I try to put things on here, but okay. So I'm liking how this is, and I think it's done, which I thought I'd be talking to you about this forever because of, and I'm just going to glue this on, I decided. I'll deal with figuring it out. Anyway, I thought I'd be working on this forever because there were so many photos and I didn't know what I was going to do to embellish. But that goes to show you a few little embellishments and I'm good for the day. Lots of journaling on this though. So hard-boiled eggs here. Chex Mix, I think I told you, is for gifts. And then the sugar cookies are here, but I'm also showing the cookbook because that cookbook is not the original cookbook that my mom used, but it is the kind of cookbook she used. And both my sister and I have copies, our own copies of that cookbook so that we can use it for recipes. Okay, so that's good. And I love this little "'Twas the week before Christmas" to kind of indicate how busy this day was. So that's good. I will get that journaled on so I can take photos for you. And then lastly, I told you I had figured out how to use this Almost Christmas piece. So I'm going to grab my book and remind you that on day 18, I stuck this insert in about the Christmas cantata that I went to. But on day 18, nowhere on day 18 does it talk about that Christmas cantata. I just talked about this this ornament. Well, what I decided to do is I found this photo of the people who presented the cantata at my church. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these cards back to back and then stick it in here for a little bit, just a little bit more enhancement about that Christmas cantata. So, and I'm making sure that I glue this so that when I flip this up, okay, Almost Christmas there, when I flip it up, that it works so that I don't have it upside down or facing the wrong direction so that you can see it. And I'm going to glue this down and then trim it, and then I will glue it even more, and then I'll show you what that looks like in the book. So I don't remember which one of my faithful readers was so sweet and it was reminding me about that Almost Christmas card, that it would have been a good place to use it, I think, earlier. But I've used it, and I'm so excited about that because I know what's going on over the course of the next couple days, and I'm not going to probably need something that I consider more of a filler card. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to use what I would consider to be a filler piece. Okay, so then what I want to do is make sure that this is even, and I'm going to punch it so that the two holes sit about halfway, so that sits in there really nicely and balanced. I'm going to grab my Crop-A-Dile and do that. And before I forget, I have to tell you something very exciting. I got a message from Rhonda Morrow yesterday, and she wanted my address so that she could send me a little gift. And then I got another one today, and we went back and forth about some things that we have in common, and where she lives versus where I live. And then today I got another message where she said she decided to just actually send it to me via Messenger because she got me a really nice gift certificate to scrapbook.com just to thank me for what I do. And Rhonda, I know I've thanked you over you know, as we were messaging, but just thanks again. That's really sweet. So tonight when I'm all done like this, there's a big sale on. I'm going to go to scrapbook.com and have a little fun shopping. And then I will do a share video so you see what I got with that. And honestly, I'll probably put some more of my own cash towards that and do that. And I'll tell you, I got a little surprise today. YouTube sent a little payment. And, you know, for those of you who don't know this, the ads that come up at the beginning of my videos, I get paid for those, but really it's very nominal. And it'll take like 6 months for me to for them to cut me a check. It's nothing compared to obviously the time that I put in, but I love this, so that's okay. But anyway, so between those two things, that was a really fun day. So thanks again, Rhonda. I'm just still so touched. Okay, so I have, while I was talking to you, I have that card done, and I probably could put something on this to make it, you know, to embellish it a little bit, but I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to leave it as it is, and the date is on here. Oh, and actually, now that I think about it, it's for day 17, not day 18. So this is fitting the way it goes in. So here's day 17 when I was with my grandkids. And then it says almost Christmas here, which really, this Christmas cantata made me feel like it was Christmas. It was just a really nice thing. I think I'm going to punch these a little bit bigger because they're lagging a little. Sometimes I'll do that with these just because it feels like they need to be a little bit bigger. Oops, it'd be nice if I actually punched through when I said I was going to do that, though. Yes. That's what happens when I talk and think all at the same time. So, all right. Now, I could, if I wanted to make this look a little bit nicer, do like a whole protection thing over that. But I think I'm just going to leave it as it is. So I like the way that looks. I flip it here. Here's the people that participated. Here's a little brochure. And then the rest of the book. So I like little stuff like that tucked in here. You saw my layout for day 21. I'm going to go get that journaled on and get this ready for you. So hope you guys are all well, and I'll be back again tomorrow with day 22. And I have an exciting thing I'm going to do tomorrow for me. I don't know that it's all that exciting to see, but anyway, I think I'm going to talk about it. We'll see. Anyway, bye.